Let me paint a picture for you guys. All of my family lives on the East Coast. Everybody's back east still. So when my phone starts going crazy, as a black person, you think
something's going on. Something happened.
Somebody's in something bad. So now I'm looking at the phone like, damn, am I ready for this phone call? Am I ready to take? I'm thinking about my mother.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, damn, something happened to mommy. I'm not even prepared to take this phone call. And I see my little brother Jordan calls, and I'm like, okay, I could at least take some bad news from family. And I answer the phone like, what's up? And he goes, was that real? I'm like, was what real? You didn't see that? Nah, see what? I'm sending you the link. And he sent me the link. So I saw it 40 minutes, 30 minutes after you guys did.
Wow.
Because it had to circulate social media and everything before he saw it. And then he called me, and I had been ignoring the phone for 10 minutes. So when I saw it, you guys had the world was already talking about it. So I saw it, and I thought, what the hell? And I text my brother's guy, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, yeah, man, I don't know. It's crazy. I'll talk to you later. And, being the brother that I am, it's so weird that people are always like, Tony Rock, keep talking about that for clout. I don't need to talk about it for clout. It's my brother.
Say it.
It's my brother. I've been doing stand-up for 25 years. Why would I need to talk about this for clout? Yeah. It's my brother. You guys don't have siblings that you care deeply. I love my family more than anything in the world. So why would I not be offended by something like this happening? So I called my brother's guy, and I'm like, okay, well, where y'all going? Because I'm coming to meet y'all.
Yeah.
Like, it's on. Like, let's go.
And are you in L.A. at the time?
I'm in L.A. I'm putting my sweatpants on and my Timberlands, and I'm like, let's go. And then my brother calls me like, hey, man, and this is my big bro. He's like, I know who you are. I know what you're thinking. Be cool. Like, it's cool. Just chill. And I'm like, okay, big bro said chill, so I'm going to chill.
Hey, man, and let me tell you, bro, like, I come from it's like I said, it's 7 kids. My mom, single parent. I come from a very tight household of we got each other's back.
Right.
My mom used to say, my mom was the sweetest lady, but she said if anybody mess with y'all, they got to die 7 times. That means we all had to jump in.
My father said if your brother's in a fight, then you're in a fight.
Yeah.
We were getting fights in school, and my dad would ask my brother what happened. And while he's telling my dad the story, my brother would say, okay, what did you do?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you do? He wants to hear, like, oh, and then I jumped in, and then I jumped in, and then I... That's how we were raised. I just assumed that people were raised like that. But apparently, according to social media, you need to shut up. It ain't got nothing to do with you. How does it not have nothing to do with me? First of all, it got more to do with me than anybody. I used to work for the other guy, and the other guy's my sibling. It has more to do with me than anybody.
And it's yours.
So why can't I? It's
yours.
Yeah. I used to work for the guy. We was friends.
So you had a relationship. When you say you used to work with the guy,
Will hired me.
Yeah.
He literally said, out of every comedian, that's the guy that's going to play this part. And we hung out on set. We talked on set. We ate. We had lunch together. We talked about family and friends and
what's
Knicks
the project?
versus the Sixers and all of us. Yeah.
All of us. Yeah.
And then he put me in the movie Hitch. A lot of people don't know that.
Right. So you had a relationship with Will Smith.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that I'm in a position too where I'm like, oh man, I love Chris. Chris and I have been together for so many years, so on and so forth. And Will changed my life when I did
Right.
So if I was put in a crazy position, I can't imagine.
You
Tony.
saw the special. You saw the pain in my brother's face when he kept saying, yo, I love this guy. I've always loved this dude. I have loved this dude for years. We've always championed this guy. He was the guy. We was like, yo, we made it when we would collectively as black people, black and brown people, we would look at Will like, yo, we made it.
Yeah. That's why I was watching it that night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I was still watching the NBA.
Yeah, of course. With your snacks.
I'm like, I want him to win, but Portland's playing Orlando.
Somebody. Hey, man, so as a brother, do you want to just go off right then?
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And this ain't like tough talk. This is my brother. I'm not gangster. I'm not the guy that's, I'm not waving a flag and all. This is my brother, man. My dad said if your brother's in a fight, you in a fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Do you immediately, like when Chris called you up and he say, be cool, calm down?
When he said, hey, he said, I know you somewhere plotting revenge. Be cool. Yeah. Be cool.
He know you.
And then when he said, I'm going out on the road, I'm going to start these dates, I knew, okay.
He said that the same night?
No, that was like later on. It was like later on. It's like, hey, I'm going to start touring and like.
So you knew.
I knew, okay.
We going to get him back.
All this material
he going to get him back his way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Damn. Had you seen Will since then?
I have not.
Yeah, that was a stupid question, too, because you're sitting here in front of us. You're not in prison. Yeah, so.
I have not. I have not. And he doesn't owe me anything. People keep saying he doesn't owe me anything. I just thought we were better than that. My phone number has never changed, so I just thought I'd get a phone call one day like, hey, man, you and I just talk. It hasn't happened, so I guess it's not going to happen.
Did you know that the material was coming?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I heard snippets.
Yeah.
I heard snippets. He never did on the special that night. He did it in its entirety. On the tour, he would do little snippets of it. You would hear little pieces, but I didn't know it was going to be that grand.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey man, would you had waited that long? And the waiting time is your waiting time, and I thought that it was genius. Could you had said, no, you know what, I'm going to build on this. I'm going to put something together. Or do you think you, Tony, you would have went right?
No,
out?
I totally, well, I would have probably, I might not have waited.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have waited. With the Oscars had still went on that night?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured so.
No,
Yeah.
but now that I see what he did, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was calculated. It was like, people want to hear my response. Everybody had something to say about it, but nobody ever heard from him.
Exactly.
Every radio host, every podcast, every
news outlet, everybody,
news outlets, every morning show, everybody spoke about it except for him. So if everybody's waiting to hear me say something about it, you're gonna hear me say something about it on my time,
right?
When I'm ready in my forum,
right?
In my gym, in my boxing ring.
Yeah,
this is my boxing ring. This is my full court. This is where I play. So you hear it on my terms.
And
so
his audience is grand.
Right.
Like, I get people that'll run up on me and they be like, Big, what do you feel about it? I'm like, bro, if I want to address that, I have a show that hits millions of people, bro. Like, I don't need to say it right there. So I can see where Chris was coming from.
That's why people do stuff on their social media. It's like, I have 400,000 followers. I'll do it here.
Right.
On my stage,
Does that make you write different now? I don't know what your show is that's coming up.
Does it make me right?
Yeah. Do you address?
No, I say a little something about it, but I don't. It probably won't make the special. I mean, because then they'll be following that,
right?
And I don't want to have to follow that.
Yeah. Were you in the audience that night when Chris did it?
No, I was on the road.
Okay.
I was on the road.
Yeah, you was like, man, I got to do mine.
Yeah,
too.
I was in Buffalo and I was watching on my phone. I had a link and I was like, oh.
Hey man, and just one last thing on that too, on the Oscar night, bro. Had you watched it in its entirety, and I'm talking about from the whole, the joke, the keep the name out the mouth kind of thing. Did you watch all that? Because as a brother, man, I'm sitting here, bro, and I'm mad. And that's real talk, man. Yeah. So you know how somebody will say, oh, after a fight, you got to watch the video. And that's got to be hard to watch the video.
Right.
Did you watch that entire?
I watched it in its entirety. I watched that nobody assisted my brother. I watched that that he said when he won the award, the devil's always working. So like that was the devil. A joke was the devil. A joke was the devil putting his work in. I think the devil does a little bit more sinister work than that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I saw that Samuel and I think it was Denzel comforted Will, but didn't say anything to my brother. I saw that. It was a couple of things that I saw that were like, wow, that's interesting. I saw that the production company kept it going.
Yeah.
The first night that it's a black production, and he acted like the ultimate N-word, and they just said, keep it going. I saw that.
Mm-hmm. Man.
I saw that my brother had to keep his composure, and like you said, our parents told us don't fight in front of white people, but mommy would have had to be mad that night.
Yeah.
Mommy would have been mad that night.
Yeah, man. So, and I don't know where it goes to from there. It's not my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the outside looking in. Of course, you're way more connected to it. But even when I saw that one time when Diddy was like, they talked, and you was like, no, they didn't talk.
Oh yeah, that was, and that I reached out to him. He didn't want to talk. That wasn't true.
Right.
That wasn't true. That I think 2 nights later, he said I reached out to Chris and he didn't want to talk. That wasn't true. That wasn't.
Man, I'm telling you,
but
bro.
he said, he said he did what he did. He said what he said. I don't know where it's going from here either. My brother's getting ready to tour and, do some wonderful stuff. I'm sure he's doing some wonderful stuff in his career, and I'm sure they're still going to work and make money, and everybody's going to be fine.
Hey, man, do you feel like that changed the texture of comedy just a little bit, too? Because right after that, we saw Dave Chappelle get attacked. I saw BC Youngfly have to put hands on somebody probably around that same time. Like, what the hell happened to comedy, bro?
It broke the fourth wall, so to speak.
Right.
It was always a sense of, hey, that's up there and we're down here and we enjoy it from there.
Yeah.
And now it was like, oh, well, he ran up and wait, now you can. It's nothing to stop us from.
Yeah.
It made people like realize, wait, it's just space right here. Like we could just go. There's no sense.